If you've been holding XRP for a while, you've probably asked yourself this question at least once. Should I sell now or keep holding? It's one of the biggest questions in the XRP community today. Every time the price slows down, social media fills with fear. Some investors say XRP has already missed its chance. Others believe the biggest move is still ahead. And somewhere in the middle are thousands of holders who simply want to make the right decision. So what's the right answer? Before we go any further, let me be clear. This video isn't here to tell you to buy or sell XRP. No one can responsibly make that decision for you. Instead, we're going to look at the latest market conditions, Ripple's ongoing developments, and the current sentiment around XRP to help you think through the situation with facts rather than emotions. One of the biggest mistakes investors make is allowing short-term price action to completely change their long-term strategy. When prices fall, fear takes over. When prices rise, excitement returns. But successful investing has never been about reacting to every candle on the chart. It's about understanding whether the reasons you invested in an asset have actually changed. That's the question many people aren't asking. Instead of saying XRP isn't moving, so I should sell, perhaps the better question is, has anything fundamentally changed that would justify selling today? Those are two very different conversations. Right now, the crypto market continues to face uncertainty. Investors are watching inflation, interest rate expectations, regulatory developments, and overall market sentiment. These factors don't just affect XRP, they influence nearly every major digital assets. At the same time, Ripple continues focusing on long-term blockchain solutions, institutional partnerships, and expanding the XRP ledger ecosystem. Whether those developments translate into immediate price appreciation is impossible to know, but they do suggest that the company's long-term direction hasn't dramatically changed. In my opinion, this is where emotions often take over. Many investors don't sell because the fundamentals have changed. They sell because they're tired of waiting, and that's an emotional decision, not necessarily a strategic one. So before making any decision about XRP, it may be worth asking yourself one simple question. Am I reacting to today's price, or am I evaluating the bigger picture? So should you actually sell XRP now? The honest answer is that it depends on why you're thinking about selling. If your decision is based only on a few weeks of disappointing price action, it may be worth taking a step back. Crypto markets have always been volatile, and periods of slow movement are nothing new. Almost every major digital asset has gone through phases where investors questioned whether it would ever regain momentum. The more important question is whether the long-term story has changed. In my opinion, that's where investors should focus their attention. Ripple continues building its business around blockchain-based payment solutions, and the XRP ledger continues to develop through its ecosystem. At the same time, conversations around tokenization, stablecoins, and institutional blockchain adoption are becoming more common across the financial industry. None of these developments guarantee higher XRP prices, but they do suggest that the industry continues moving forward, rather than standing still. Another factor to consider is market sentiment. Right now, many investors are waiting for a clear catalyst before becoming more confident in crypto again. Some are watching regulation, others are looking at interest rates, global liquidity, or institutional participation. These aren't XRP-specific issues. They affect the entire digital asset market. That's why judging XRP only by today's price could lead to the wrong conclusion. Markets often move in cycles. During uncertain periods, patience becomes difficult, and that's exactly when emotional decisions become most common. Some investors sell because they're frustrated, while others buy simply because they're afraid of missing out. Neither approach is based on careful analysis. A better approach is to ask yourself whether the original reasons you invested still make sense today. If your investment thesis has changed, then reviewing your position is reasonable. But if nothing significant has changed except the daily chart, then making a major decision based purely on emotion could lead to regret later. Ultimately, no one on YouTube can tell you whether you should sell your XRP. Every investor has different goals, different risk tolerance, and a different time horizon. The best decisions are usually made after looking at the facts, not after reacting to fear. So should you sell XRP now? The truth is, no one can answer that question for you. But before making any decision, ask yourself one simple question. Has the reason you bought XRP actually changed, or has only the price changed? Those are two very different things. In my opinion, the biggest mistake investors make is allowing short-term emotions to override a long-term plan. Markets will always move through periods of uncertainty, and no one can predict exactly what happens next. That's why it's important to focus on facts, stay informed, and make decisions that fit your own investment goals, not someone else's opinion on social media. Whether you decide to hold, buy more or reduce your position, make sure it's based on research, not fear. Because in investing, emotional decisions are often the ones people regret the most. Now I'd like to hear from you. If you owned XRP today, would you hold it, buy more, or sell? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to OG John XRP Insights, and turn on notifications for more fact-based XRP updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.